Ever wondered how to make those cool and funky paper beads? Well, stay tuned and I'm going to show you step by step how you too can make your own beads. Okay, good morning. Well, it might not be morning where you are, but it's morning where I am. And it's Zoe from Squeaky Chimp, and I'm back. I'm back with a new tutorial for you. It dawned on me the other day that actually I haven't really done a real basic how to roll a bead tutorial. I've done lots of tutorials on customizing beads, on how to make your own beads, how to finish beads, but I haven't done a real basic how to actually roll a paper bead. So here we go. So what I've got for you here, these are some examples of the bead, and today we're going to have a go at rolling one of these, and this is the basic bicone shape. It's a real basic, easy to roll bead. You've just got to keep an eye on the way that you're rolling it. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these today. I'm going to show you how to actually roll the bead, how to control it, how to sort of move your fingers. And so by the end of it, you should be able to make your own one of these. There's no real right or wrong answer. Whatever you make, I'm sure will be absolutely fabulous. So today I'm going to be using these strips. Nice and multicoloured strips. They're pre-cut. Well, I've just cut them out. So they come on a sheet like this. I'll leave the link in my description below as to where you can get them from. You can just cut them out and they roll really pretty beads that vary in colour. So we're going to start with this end, and I like to turn mine over because the way that I roll is I roll it sort of towards me. So this is my tool. It's got a slot in it. It's not slotted all the way through. I prefer the ones with just a slot on one side. And what you do is you take your roller and you take your bead and you slot the end of your bead or the end of your paper into your roller. Now, if you just start rolling like this, chances are, like that, it's just going to pop out. And that, I think, is where people get a little bit frustrated. They think they can't do it. It's not working. The bead roller doesn't work. The paper's not right. It's not. It's just that you need to apply a little bit of pressure just to start with, just to get that first turn on. So, okay, let's pop it in. And so what I like to do is I like to hold my paper with my finger, with my middle finger and my thumb. And I'm going to pop my bead back on the roller. And with this finger, I'm going to hold it at the back. And I'm going to roll with my finger still on there. Can you see? Now I can let go because I've done a bit of a turn. And now I've got that pressure and it will hold the paper in place. So now I'm going to try and bring it closer so that you can see. What I'll do is I'll go back a step. I'm really sorry about my fingernails, they're dreadful. I've been making paper beads with mashed up paper, with this stuff, which I will show you a video tutorial on this. This is basically just mushed up paper, but I haven't added anything to it yet. But it does mean that my hands are rather gross, so I'm sorry about that. So right, here we go, I digress. Pop it in. It's really hard to do it slowly, actually. Once you kind of get a bit of a wriggle on, it's hard to do it slow. So you've popped it in, hold it with your fingers, just hold the pressure on the back, roll it forward, and then we're done. So the thing with bicone beads is ultimately what you're going to do is, if I just pick up this end, you're going to end up with this in the middle of your bead. So as you roll, what you need to do is you need to make sure that as you're coming in, each side is coming in at the same pace. So I'll show you as I start to roll. I'm going to try and get a bit closer for you. Now already I can see that this side is longer than this side. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to very slightly loosen the pressure and then I can wiggle my paper up a little bit. Did you see that? So let me show you again if I get a little bit lost further on. Oh, I love that colour change. For me, this is what paper beading is all about. Seeing these fabulous colour changes as you roll the bead. And you never know quite what they're going to turn out. So there we go. I can see again that I've got more this side and less this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly release the pressure a bit and wiggle it all back into place again. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Now I can do it like this. I can do it like this, or I can hold my finger on there and hold this if I want to. It's about finding what works for you. And what I also find is that it depends on the paper that I'm using. So thinner paper I might do in a certain way, thicker paper I might do in a certain way. Keep rolling, and then what we need to do is then I twist my bead round and I hold my bead between my finger and my thumb, get my glue, and I want to apply, oh hello, it's exploded. I want to apply a little bit of glue. You don't need much. In fact, can you see how much I've applied? And I might even smooth that out, and that's why I love these needle-nosed glue bottles. So you just want to smooth it out. You want it to come all the way to the end. You really don't need a lot. And then I'll return back to this position so you can see, and then you just smooth the bead down. And I like to roll it a few times just to make sure that that end is definitely stuck down. Now, if you have rolled this really tight, you will find that, oh look, the sun's out, you will find that it's quite tricky to get this bead off. This bead won't be nice and easy to move on your roller. So you need to work out the pressure that you need to hold it. Some people are really loose when they first start. Other people like really gripping it. It's a bit like knitting. Some people are really loose knitters. Some people are as tight as anything. But it's about trying to be nice and relaxed with it, get the flow with it, because what you should be able to do is to just pop your bead off at the end. Okay, so there's another bead. Look, the sun's come out. I hope that's not too distracting. So I'll show you again with another sheet of paper. So we've got two beads here. Both of them came from the same sheet, but they look slightly different because I designed the paper slightly differently. I don't know if you can see that it works slightly differently. So what we're going to do again is we're going to pop it into our bead roller. And then I like to hold it in place up the top with my finger, just so that I can get my initial roll done. Now I've done that, I don't have to hold it in place. I can just start to roll. Okay, just start to roll and just start to manage the paper. I keep it a little bit taut. If it's not taut, it will not roll smoothly and you'll end up with layers between your rolls. So I'm hoping you can see, again, I've got small side this side, larger side that side. So what I might do is just shift it all up a little bit. I just took the pressure off slightly. I just rolled it back slightly, just to alter the pressure that was on it, and rolled. Oh, I love this colour change. And you can see now, so this is the perfect example of the reason why, the way up that I design my bead papers, I'll leave a link in the description below, why I don't bother to put anything in the middle. So all my bead strips are plain white in the middle. You don't need to have colour on that. No one is ever going to see the middle part of a bicone bead. So there's no point in wasting your precious... Oh, look at that naughty little bit. We'll have to sort that out in a minute. That's obviously where my knife for cutting has gone a little bit blunt. So yeah, there's no point in having... There is no point in having colour in the middle of your bead if you're doing a bicone bead, because you basically just cover it up by the colour that's coming next. So there we go. Pop a little bit of glue on, and I've still actually got enough from that bead that I did before. Just stick a little bit on, smush it over, finish it off, take it round, sort that bit out in a minute, and there we go, another bead, which should just easily pop off. So there we go. these are the finished beads. Go. Easy as. You just need to practice. You just need to kind of get that rhythm going. You need to get the tension right of holding it. You need to get your fingers working in the right direction. It's just practice, and anyone can do it. It's not hard, and actually some of the best beads kind of happen by accident. So I hope that helps. I'm going to show you in my next tutorial. Oh, look at that, I've covered my name up. Oh, there we go. In my next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of a variation on the bicone bead. So, stay tuned. See you shortly. Oh, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I've got loads of YouTube tutorials coming up. And it would be really nice if you did. Love you forever. Thank you. Bye.